Toledo, Ohio, last weekend surprised and dismayed many people across the country. One native son went back home to find out what went wrong. This morning, Steve Hartman files a Sunday Journal.
Say what you want about Toledo, Ohio, but I happen to agree with the sign. It's a great place to be, at least normally.
In Toledo, Ohio, violence broke out today when a crowd gathered to protest a planned march by neo-Nazis.
But a crowd of protesters turned violent, throwing baseball-sized rocks at police.
Buildings broken into, more tear gas spread through the streets as the crowd.
After seeing that video, you probably think Toledo has a serious race problem. I know that's what I thought, and it really hurt, because this is my hometown. And it's why I came back this weekend to find out what went wrong. And here's what I learned. That long before the riots, before the neo-Nazis would have ever even thought to come to Toledo, there was a fence, a 3-foot-high chicken wire fence.
Never had a problem with the black people in here, in this block, that have ever been on this block, except the neighbors that have a problem with my fence.
35-year-old Tom Schick put up this deceptively unassuming fence last spring. He says he did it to keep the new neighbor kids off his lawn. So you had kids coming right through here.
Right.
And you don't like kids?
No, I love kids.
You like kids?
I love kids.
But you didn't like those kids?
I don't like kids that are bad, no.
Some of the kids in question belong to his next-door neighbor, Amelia Gray.
And I tell the kids, don't touch the fence, don't do nothing.
Amelia says her kids aren't bad. In fact, she moved to North Toledo because she wanted a quiet place to raise them. But instead, she claims, got a bigot for a neighbor.
We don't bother nobody. This is the honest God truth. We don't bother nobody. I raised my kids up in church.
And you feel like it's because of your skin color. That's the part that I would think would be hard for people to relate to.
And then, you know, I know that it's racism. I know.
Oh, yeah, look at him hiding his face.
Amelia says Tom was constantly videotaping every black kid on the block.
They're criminals, they're crooks, and they're troublemakers.
You say all the black kids here are criminals?
Most of them are criminals, yeah.
Some of the things you say, I could see where somebody would construe it as racism.
Sure.
You can see that?
I can see that to a point, yeah.
Yeah.
But a couple of the kids that I seen in the alley.
Tom admits he's never caught any crime on tape, but swears he's just missed it many times. Well, what were they doing wrong?
Well, they weren't doing anything wrong.
Why'd you videotape them?
Because I was videotaping them just to make sure if anything does happen.
Tom says he also caught Amelia's 12-year-old son Damon giving him a gang sign. If you missed it, there it is again.
My understanding was the sign that he gave me was a threat of death.
Tom says he flashed him a gang sign. I don't even
He
know what that
ain't
means.
flash him no gang sign. My son ain't in the game. My son is in the house.
In the house, drawing goofy hearts and love notes, actually. Their whole feud would have been almost funny if it didn't escalate from there. Tom called the cops at least 75 times last summer to report on what he called suspicious black kids.
75 calls. What kind of calls?
Well, I see a gang member on my street, he's walking down the street, he probably has a gun, that type of stuff.
Toledo Police Sergeant Joseph Heffernan says almost all of Tom Schick's complaints were unfounded. Still, Tom made enough fuss to get some local press coverage. Police aren't sure exactly what happened next. If Tom got a hold of the Nazis, or the Nazis got a hold of Tom. But regardless, the fuse was lit.
If the Nazis come in and they want to fight the black crime, if they can do better than our Toledo police, hey, more power to it, you know.
Of course, in the end, the riot didn't help anyone on either side of the fence. Tom Schick got all his windows busted out.
I'm just going to find another place, another house.
And Amelia Gray is more scared now than ever. In fact, the only real winner was that small group of racist Nazis who got the very reaction they were looking for.
I put it into your nigga ass.
I'm gonna blow off your little nigga balls.